Good morning, students. Welcome to Alforce e-learning classes. So, we are studying about the animal tissues. We started with animal tissues, and in the human beings, 4 types of tissues are present, and we have successfully completed 3 types of tissues, like epithelial tissues, connective tissues, and muscle tissue. Next, 4th type of tissue is the nervous tissue. So, nervous tissues are most important tissues which are present in the human beings. Nervous tissues are most important tissues which bring the control and coordination. That bring the control and coordination. So, coordination between different organs and organ system. Coordination between the different organs and organ system, it is achieved by, it is under controlled by this system only, nervous system. Okay, control and coordination, like brain, spinal cord, brain that control the activities of all the organs. So brain is also under the nervous tissues. Okay, so the most important tissue which control the activities of other tissues or other organs and organ systems, that is the nervous tissue. So, nervous tissues origin of nervous tissues. Origin, these are ectodermal in origin. Ectodermal in origin. They are arise from the ectoderm. So, we know that 3 primary germ layers are present, which are called ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. So, from these 3 layers only all the tissues are formed. Epithelial tissues are arising from the ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. Then connective tissues. So, what are connective tissues? Connective tissues are mesodermal in origin. Okay. Then muscle tissues are also mesodermal in origin. Nervous tissues are the ectodermal in origin. Ectoderm that gives rise into the nervous tissues. Just we look at the components of the nervous system. Nervous system, that is 3 units which are called CNS, Central Nervous System. Okay, it has 3 units which are called, first one CNS, Central Nervous System. So, Central Nervous System that consists brain. It consists brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord are the 2 parts which are present in the central nervous system, the most important system. Next one is the PNS, peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system. So, peripheral nervous system that includes 2 types of nerves which are called cranial nerves. Cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves, the nerves which are arising from the brain. The nerves which are arising from the brain are called cranial nerves. The nerves which are arising from the spinal cord are called spinal nerves. Okay, brain and spinal cord. So, this one is the brain and this one is the spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord that are collectively called as CNS. Then from the brain some nerves are arises. So, these nerves are called cranial nerves. From the spinal cord also some nerves are arises which are called spinal nerves. Cranial nerves and spinal nerves are present in the PNS, peripheral nervous system. Then third one is the ANS, autonomous nervous system. ANS, autonomous nervous system. So, autonomous nervous system, it has 2 divisions which are called sympathetic division and parasympathetic division. Parasympathetic division, sympathetic and parasympathetic divisions. Sympathetic division that acts as accelerator. Accelerator means that increase the activity of different organs. Parasympathetic division that acts as brake. It acts as brake which reduce the activity of different organs, control the activities of different organs. So sympathetic and parasympathetic, these two divisions are including in the ANS. Okay now, CNS, that is brain and spinal cord, PNS, that is cranial nerves and spinal nerves, ANS, that is two divisions which are called sympathetic and parasympathetic divisions. So these are the components which are present in the nervous system. Okay, in the nervous system. And what are the cells which are present in the nervous system? Nervous tissues. Nervous tissues are most important tissues which are present in our body, which control and coordinate different organs and organ systems. So what are the cells? What are the cells present in the nervous tissues? Tissue means a group of cells which perform similar function, called a tissue. So the tissue that consists two types of cells, nervous tissues that consists two types of cells. Nervous tissues has two types of cells. So cells of nervous tissues. Cells of nervous tissues. Cells are the first one. First one, neuron. Neuron. Next, second one, neuroglial cells. Neuron and neuroglial cells. Okay, neuron. Neuron is the structural unit. It is the structural unit of nervous tissues. Neuron, you know that neuron, so nerve impulses are travel along the length of the neuron. Approximately 100 billions of neurons are present in the nervous system of human beings. 100 billions of neurons are present. So these neurons are the conducting cells which conduct the impulses, which travel the impulses in the form of action potentials. Okay, they travel the impulses just like messages. They act like wires. Neurons act like wires which transfer the messages from one part of the body to another part of the body. That is the function of neuron. Neurons are the structural units. 100 billions of neurons are present in the human beings. Okay, 100 billions of neurons are present in the human beings. Second type of cells are the neuroglial cells. So neuroglial cells are also called as supporting cells. Supporting cells. Neuroglial cells are also called as supporting cells. Just they support to neurons, and these are non-conducting cells. Neuroglial cells are the non-conducting cells which cannot transfer the impulses. Just they provide the nutrients to neurons, and they are helping to the neurons only, but not conducting. So neurons are the conducting cells. Conducting. These are conducting cells which conduct the impulses. Which conduct the impulses from one part of the body to another part of the body. That is the function of a neuron. So two types of cells are present in the nervous tissues which are called neuron and neuroglial cells. First, we will discuss the neuron, structure of neuron. Structure of neuron. So what is the structure of neuron? Structure of neuron. I'll draw the diagram. Structure of multipolar neuron. So if we see the structure of multipolar neuron, mainly it has parts like cell body. It has parts like cell body. Then second one, dendrites. Third one, axon. Three parts are present in the structure of multipolar neuron. We look at the first one, cell body. So cell body, it is also called as, this one is the cell body. Okay, cell body is also called as perikaryon. It is also called as perikaryon or cyton or soma. It is also called as perikaryon or cyton or soma. Only one cell body is present. Inside the cell body, it consists cytoplasm. Inside the cell body, it consists cytoplasm. So this is the cytoplasm. Okay. In the cytoplasm, it has one large nucleus is present. One large nucleus. In the center of the cytoplasm, it has one large nucleus. Not only nucleus, in the cytoplasm, some Nissl granules are also present. Nissl granules. Then lipofuscin granules. Nissl granules and lipofuscin granules. So two types of granules are present inside the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm of neuron that consists nucleus, Nissl granules, lipofuscin granules. So Nissl granules are the sides of rough endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum that consists ribosomes, which helps in the protein synthesis. They helps in the protein synthesis. Rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in the protein synthesis. Nissl granules are present in the cell body. Then lipofuscin granules are also present. Then mitochondria, then Golgi complexes. Golgi complexes are also present in the cytoplasm of this cyton or soma or perikaryon, cell body. So how many neurons are present? The number of neurons are 100 billions. They are present in groups. They are present in the brain, spinal cord, CNS. They are also present in the neurons like spinal nerves and cranial nerves. Okay. So these are present in groups. A group of cell body, same like the cell bodies, are present in the CNS and also in the PNS. Okay. These cell bodies are present in the CNS. Group of cell bodies present in the CNS. Okay, CNS means brain and spinal cord. If these cell bodies are present in the brain or in the spinal cord, group of cell bodies present in the CNS is called nucleus. It is called nucleus. A group of cell bodies present in the central nervous system like brain and spinal cord called nucleus. So these are present in group. Here one cell body is present, next cell body. So a group of cell bodies present in the brain and spinal cord is called nucleus. It is called nucleus. Then same cell bodies are also present in the PNS. PNS means the nerves which are arising from the brain and the spinal cord. Here also cell bodies are present. Okay, here also cell bodies are present. Here a group of cell bodies which are present in the PNS. A group of cell bodies which are present in the PNS called ganglion. Okay, the most important points. Group of cell bodies present in the CNS. Cell bodies are present both in the CNS and PNS. A group of cell bodies present in the CNS called nucleus. At the same time, these cell bodies are also present in the PNS. A group of cell bodies present in the PNS called ganglion. Okay, nucleus and ganglion. Cell body. Cell body also called as perikaryon or cyton or soma. So cell body that consists cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm, one large nucleus is present. Then Nissil granules are present, which consist the rough endoplasmic reticulum, helps in the protein synthesis. Lipofuscin granules are present, mitochondria, Golgi complexes, all these are the components present in the cytoplasm of cell body. Then these cell bodies are present in the CNS and PNS. A group of cell bodies present in the CNS called nucleus. A group of cell bodies present in the PNS called ganglion. Okay, first part in the neuron is a cell body. Next, second one, dendrites. Number 2, dendrites. So dendrites are processes. Here in the neuron, two types of process are present, which are called dendrites and axon, which conduct the impulses towards the cell body or away from the cell body. They conduct the impulses toward the cell body. Like dendrites are shortened hair-like process. They collect the impulses from another neuron and send it to the cell body. Then very long one branch is present, which is called axon. Axon conduct the impulses away from the cell body. Some process they conduct the impulses towards the cell body, and some process they conduct the impulses away from the cell body. So these are of two types, which are called dendrites and axon. First look at the dendrites. So dendrites are the short branched processes. Dendrites are the short branched process. Many dendrites are present, and these dendrites are afferent process. Afferent process means conduct impulses. They conduct impulses towards the cell body. They conduct the impulses towards the cell body. Okay, they conduct the impulses that carry the impulses which are coming from the brain or spinal cord or from another neuron, and they send it to the cell body. That's why these are the afferent process, short branched processes, afferent processes. They conduct the impulses towards the cell body, and these are also consist Nissil granules and lipofuscins. Nissil granules and lipofuscins are also present in the dendrites, and dendrites are many. Large number of dendrites are present. So total that covers the cell body, which conduct the impulses towards the cell body, that carry the impulses like messages. Messages are carried from the brain and sent it to the cell body. That's why these are afferent process. Okay, dendrites are the afferent processes which conduct the impulses towards the cell body. It also consists the Nissil granules and lipofuscin granules. So second part present in the neuron. Next one, third part which is present in the neuron. It is a single process which is called axon. So it is very long. Axon is very long, and it is a efferent process. It is a efferent process. It carry the impulses from the cell body. Impulses like messages, action potentials are generated here in the cell body. It collects the impulses from the cell body and that carry the impulses away from the cell body. Okay, dendrites towards the cell body, but axon away from the cell body. Just like wires, they process, they travel that impulses are travel along the length of the axon. Axon is very long and it is only one. In the processes, two types of process are there, like dendrites and axon. Dendrites are afferent process which conduct the impulses toward the cell body. Axon, only one axon is present which conduct the impulses away from the cell body. They carry the impulses away from the cell body. Okay, so these are efferent process, conduct the impulses away from cell body. Away from cell body. And here axon is arising from here. Okay, here this is the part of the cell body. The part of the cell body where the axon is arises is called axon hillock. The part of the cell body, here axon is arising from here. So the part of the cell body where the axon is arises is called axon hillock. It is a specific site. The specific site of the cell body where the axon is arises is called axon hillock. Then axon, it is very long and it conducts the impulses away from the cell body and it splits into two branches. It splits into branches which are called collateral branches. It splits into branches which are called collateral branches. Then again collateral branches that splits into branches like axon terminals. Axon terminals. Okay, now. So this is the axon. Axon that splits into branches like collateral branches. These collateral branches are again that splits into fine branches which are called axon terminals. At the end of the axon terminals, it consists some knobs which are called synaptic knobs. Okay, at the end of the axon terminal, it consists some knobs which are called synaptic knobs. Synaptic knobs. So these synaptic knobs that consist synaptic vesicles. Synaptic vesicles. Okay, now synaptic knobs that consist synaptic vesicles. So synaptic vesicles are stored with neurotransmitters. They are filled with neurotransmitter. So what is the example of for neurotransmitter? For example, acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, the most important neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter just it passes the message from one neuron to another neuron. That is the function of neurotransmitter. It passes the message from the one neuron to another neuron through the synapse. Synapse is a gap. Through that gap only that impulses are traveling from one neuron to another neuron. So for that purpose it requires one neurotransmitter. The most important common neurotransmitter which is found in the human body is the acetylcholine, and it is the first neurotransmitter to be detected. The first detected neurotransmitter is also acetylcholine, which transfer the messages from one neuron to another neuron. Okay, now try to understand. Axon is arising from the cell body, from a region which is called axon hillock. Then axon is very long, which is a efferent process which carry the impulses away from the cell body, and it splits into branches which are called collateral branches, and collateral branches that ends in axon terminals. Axon terminals at the end that consist synaptic knobs. Synaptic knobs that consist synaptic vesicles. Synaptic vesicles store the neurotransmitters. So neurotransmitter, the most important neurotransmitter is the acetylcholine. Acetylcholine. Here we know that the axon is covered with plasma lemma. The plasma lemma of the axon is called axolemma. Axolemma. The plasma lemma of the axon is called axolemma. Inside cytoplasm is also present. Okay, now cytoplasm of the axon is called axoplasm. It is called axoplasm. Okay, now plasma lemma of the axon is called axolemma. Then inside that consists cytoplasm, which is called axoplasm. Axolemma and axoplasm. Then in the axoplasm, what are the components are present? Here Nissil granules are absent. Most important point, Nissil granules. Okay, now Nissil granules. Nissil granules are the sites of protein synthesis, like sites of rough endoplasmic reticulum. So these are Nissil granules are present in the dendrites and cell body. Nissil granules are present in the dendrites and cell body, but not present in the axon. Cytoplasm of the axon without the Nissil granules. Okay, now without Nissil granules. So axon, one axon, single axon is present, which is arising from the cell body, from a region which is called axon hillock. It is the site of cell body. It is the site of cell body where the axon arises is called axon hillock. Then here axon is covering with the sheath. Axon is covering with sheath, which is called myelin sheath. In some axons myelin sheath is present, in some myelin sheath is absent. In some it is present, in some it is absent. So myelin sheath is not continuous. At some places it leaves some spaces. It leaves some spaces. So the part of the axon which is not covering with the myelin sheath is called nodes of Ranvier. It is called nodes of Ranvier. The part of axon which is not covering with myelin sheath, that means myelin sheath is not continuous. At some places it leaves some gaps. The gaps which are present between the myelin sheath is called nodes of Ranvier. Nodes of Ranvier. So myelinated and unmyelinated axons. Axon which are covering with the myelin sheath called myelinated axon. Axon which are not covering with myelin sheath are called unmyelinated axons. If myelin sheath is present, this myelin sheath is not continuous. It is not continuous. It leaves some spaces. Okay, the spaces where the spaces which are present on the axolemma are called nodes of Ranvier. These are called nodes of Ranvier. Same, these axons are also present in the CNS and PNS. We discussed the cell bodies, like these neurons are present both in the CNS and PNS. A group of cell bodies present in the brain and spinal cord, like CNS. What are called? These are called nucleus. A group of cell bodies present in the CNS called nucleus. PNS called ganglion. At the same time, axon is also present in the CNS and PNS. A group of axons present in the CNS. Here in the CNS, neurons are present and group of axons are present. A group of axons which are present in the CNS are called tracts. Tract means a group of axons present in the brain and spinal cord or in the CNS. A group of axons present in the that CNS, like brain and spinal cord, are called tracts. Same axons are present in the PNS also. PNS, peripheral nervous system, like cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Group of axons are present. A group of axons which are present in the PNS are called nerves. Okay, a group of axons present in the PNS are called nerves. Okay, I hope you understand. So, group of cell bodies present in the CNS called nucleus. A group of cell bodies present in the PNS called ganglia. At the same time, group of axons present in the CNS are called tract. At the same time, a group of axons which are present in the PNS are called nerves. So here, what is nerve? Nerve means a group of axons present in the PNS called nerve. A group of axons present in the CNS called tract. A group of cell bodies present in the CNS called nucleus. A group of cell bodies present in the PNS called ganglion. Okay now. So this is about the structure of multipolar neuron. Multipolar neuron, that is three components which are called cell body, axon, dendrites. One cell body, many axons, and many dendrites and one axon. Okay, so dendrites are the afferent process, axon is the efferent process. We discussed about the functions and structure of multipolar neuron. Already you have learned in the previous classes also. So this is very easy chapter and most important topic in the NEET point of view. In the next class, we will discuss about the remaining part which is present in the nervous tissues, like neuroglial cells. Different types of cells we are discussing. First one, neuron is completed. Different types of other cells, neuroglial cells, then different types of axons. So we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.